So how do you actually recover quickly? There are going to be those days when you really don't feel like doing it, or maybe you just can't do it because something in your life has happened. Hey, and welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for tuning in. And if this is your first time seeing me, then welcome as well. This is your go-to space for millennials who are looking to level up, embrace change, and really redefine what success means to them. I'm Phoebe, your fellow explorer on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth. If you felt like you haven't achieved all that you aspire to achieve, then you are in the right place. Here we are all about personal development and really growing to become that person we want to be. I like to call this community a community of thrivers who are committed to make every day count. If you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and also comment hello and let me know that you are new here. I would love to welcome you into this community as well, and also give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you like what you are seeing. In today's video, we're going to be looking at how we can actually make habits stick and make them last. If you are new, we have been on a 6 weeks habit challenge. And what does that mean? We are creating the habits that we want to implement into our everyday life so that we can become who we want to be and really achieve our goals, okay? So we are not really focusing on goals, we're mostly focusing on the habits that will help us to achieve our goals. So the main theme is really about developing ourselves and rebranding ourselves, and I think that's what I like about this challenge. We have been focusing on the book Atomic Habits. If you haven't read it, then I'll definitely recommend that you read it. Also, guys, I have a special gift for you at the end, so make sure you do stick around for that. This is challenge number 6, and over the last 5 to 6 weeks, we have really been focusing on rebranding ourselves, creating the habits to make us who we want to be. And I myself have had to go back to my videos because I'm doing this challenge with you. As I'm giving you the information, I'm actually doing this challenge with you. So in today's video, it's about how can we make these habits stick. I'm someone in the past that has consistently done something for a while, so let's say a few months, and then I've always found myself to get complacent and then kind of just relax, and then that takes me out of the habit. For instance, exercising. I actually enjoy exercising, however, I tend to get complacent after about 3 to 6 months. I recognize this while doing this challenge as well. I think it was challenge number 3 or challenge number 4 where we spoke about breaking bad habits, and I recognized that I tend to be consistent for a while, and after that I get complacent, I get tired, I miss one day and then I miss a second day as well, and then that will just take me out for another 6 months. Then I have to start the whole journey again. So that's why this challenge is super important to me, and I hope it is just as important to you guys as well. In 2024, we want to create those long-lasting habits, not habits that stick around for a few months, for a few weeks. We want them to last for the whole of our lives. And my goal for this challenge was to be consistent with YouTube. Now, I think I've done very well. I have delivered to you guys some content each week, and I haven't been able to do that before. You know, I've been able to deliver content to you guys each week, and I'm super happy about that. And I did actually feel like I didn't want to do this. I think again, it was about week 3 or week 4 where I had an issue in the morning and it just kind of put my moods down. And then I just felt like I didn't want to record anything. And if I had stopped then, I don't think I would have continued. However, I powered through it because during the challenge, we spoke about the identity, who it is that we wanted to be. And as I'm recording this, my goal was to be more consistent with YouTube, even though it's not a specific goal. However, it was to be more consistent with YouTube. And if I had not continued, then I probably wouldn't be here. And I'm so happy that I powered through it, because part of habit building is powering through the days that you don't feel like doing it, especially when we're just learning, when we're just building. You really want to make sure you stick around and you continue and you keep going. So like I said, I noticed that I felt a bit low and I didn't want to, continue recording videos, even though it's not even that long. 6 weeks is not that long. However, I noticed it about week 3 and week 4 that I didn't want to continue. And part of habit building is your awareness. It's so important to be aware of your habits, aware of your behaviors, because that's going to help you really switch on and be able to continue going forward. For challenge number 6, I've said to you that we are focusing on how we can make these habits last. Now, 6 weeks is not enough time to make these habits last forever. So part of my consistency is about discipline, is about making sure that I'm making it easy for myself. How can I make sure that I'm not doing this just for a few months, just for a few weeks? I want to make sure that I'm consistent all year round and beyond, okay? So how can I do that? Now, in the book Atomic Habits, James Clear talks about having a habits tracker, and I think this is very good when you are in the beginning of starting or creating those habits like we are now. Having a habits tracker will really help you monitor your progress. Having a habits tracker is your evidence. The evidence of your habits, the evidence of your behavior is literally right in front of you. It's what I like to call your receipt, okay? It is your receipt to seeing how well you're doing. It's not about showing how bad you are or how poor you're doing. It's about tracking your consistency. Now, we all know consistency is important. As cliche as it is, yes, consistency is super important, because that's what's going to build you up. Keep doing it, keep going, keep going, keep going. However, what I like about the book Atomic Habits, what James Clear says, if we miss one day, it's fine. However, we shouldn't miss 2 days in a row. That will just keep you spiraling, okay? That will make you go downhill. So if you miss one day, okay, you've missed one day, but next day you've got to get up and you've got to keep going, okay? You've got to keep doing what you said you wanted to do, okay? So like I said, I don't really want to miss a week. I feel like if I do miss a week from delivering content to you guys, then I feel like that would be the beginning of going backwards, okay? That's my take on it. So you must make a record of every time you do that habit, you do that thing that you said you was going to do. I know that it's easy to fall. I mean, I have had so many goals, so many things that I wanted to build up, i.e. exercising or even YouTube, for example. So how do you actually recover quickly? There are going to be those days when you really, really don't feel like doing it, or maybe you just can't do it because something in your life has happened. So how can you quickly recover? Now, my first take on this is not to condemn yourself. Don't start saying, oh, I'm a bad person, or I should have done this, there's no point in doing it. Like, just stop those negative thoughts, those negative feelings, because that will just take you into a spiral motion, okay? So that's my take on how to recover quickly, is do not condemn yourself. However, James Clear does say that you should never miss twice, okay? Do not miss twice. And I get it so much. Like I said before, I have missed like days of exercising, 1 day of exercising, and then it became 2 days. Then all of a sudden, I just didn't do it for months, right? So don't miss it twice. When successful people fail, they get up real quick. They get back on track real quick. And I want you to be that person who gets back on track real quick. Don't let your losses compound. When I missed 1 day of exercising, then it became 2, then it became 3, 4, 5. Don't let it happen. Whatever your goal is, make sure you stick at it. If you miss 1 day here, don't let it happen the next day. So if you take one thing away from this, is to show up even when you don't feel like it. Have that determination. So for challenge number 6, what I want you guys to do is create a habit tracker. Now, this habit tracker is going to be personal to you. You can use your phone, so that's easy. It goes everywhere with you. Having a habit tracker will help you keep record of the things that you're doing. So if you wanted to read more, if you want to study more, currently I'm using a project management tool. I use Trello. I have actually created a habits guide. So based on this 6 weeks journey that we have been doing, I created a 6 weeks guide for you so that you can have it at the palm of your hand. I know that I had to go back and watch these videos again, read the book again, check my notes again and things like that. So I have actually created a guide that will really help you to review and to go back to the information so that you can remind yourself of how you're creating your habits and your goals. And you can literally use this for anything. So if you have enjoyed today's content, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know any questions that you have. Make sure you subscribe to this channel as well. This is Thriving Millennials, where every small step leads to a significant change. Thank you for being part of the Thriving community. Until next time, keep thriving.